Hello, everyone. Welcome to this new live session of Customily. We're going to be starting in a couple of minutes when we get more attendees joining the room. Thank you. What is Customily? Most of you installed the app quite recently and are either getting started with your store from scratch or beginning the process of selling personalizable products on an existing store. For both cases, we have the perfect tools to get started. So, Customily is an app that provides your store with live previews of products, along with options that your customers can interact with, changing those live previews with every interaction. From text typing to clip art selection or image upload, your preview will change live and give you a realistic example of how your customization will look on the product. And also, very important, while your customer is customizing something and previewing that on your product, you at the same time will be getting with the order confirmation a print file, a ready to print file that Customity creates for you and is ready to fulfillment and shipping. So it will save you a lot of time on coming back and forth with designs because the power is on your customer's side and you get all the information already processed and ready to print. So you can see in this example, this tote bag, that I can actually pick different designs for my view and type something like my name or anything else. Like that. So you see there's no limitations on that. And we have another example here. Okay. As you can see, different products, same designs, same effects. You can actually have this working across anything. And so this, the preview and the options are the two main elements of Customily, and both of them are created in Customily. And we're going to see that today. We're going to be using, like I said, print-on-demand providers to create new products. But if you follow the steps of creating templates from scratch, you'll be able to create the options automatically and connect them to any of your existing products, just as simple as that. This is our latest update for Shopify stores, which allows you to create and publish personalized products easier, faster, and better than before. Those starting your stores from scratch will have more interest in this section because now you can choose a product directly from a print on demand supplier, add a design to it, and get it published in your Shopify store, all from Customily app. Also, with the print-on-demand services that have an API connection, all the fulfillment processes will be automated. This means that once you receive a purchase, all the order details and the ready-to-print file created by Customily will be sent to the corresponding POD provider automatically for fulfillment and shipping. So there's no more manual process of grabbing files, sending them to the POD. Customity will do all that for you in the 2.0 version. And another interesting feature for Shopify users is the free access to Customity's design libraries. This means you can find designs ready to use and sell, or you can use this exclusive clip art collection to create your own art. At this point, I would like you to later go back to previous live sessions to see how we take Customity designs and change them to make them unique, add information, change information, and make the most of a given design that you want to make unique and exclusive. So I think you can say there are four different paths you can explore with Customity 2.0. You can work with a print-on-demand provider who has its own product catalog and add a design from Customity's library to it. This is the fastest path, the one that allows you to have published products ready to sell in minutes. You can work with a print-on-demand provider, but choose to add your own designs to their products. In this case, you will have to populate your design library before being able to publish products in your store. On the other hand, if you have your own products and are not interested in working with a print on demand provider, the way to go is to start by populating your product based library first. And after you have your own product mockups, you can choose to add a design from Customily's collection and also then create and publish products really fast. Or you can, of course, add your own designs to your own products. This is the path that involves more time, but once you have all your product mockups and all your designs set up, it's just a mix and match game and you'll be able to create and launch new products in seconds. Now that we have the different alternatives clear, we're going to start creating products. Today, we're going to focus on using a POD supplier. So, we're going to pick one or many POD products, and we're going to create our own art, and we're going to make that theme related to the 4th of July. Actually, we are going to create the two products that I showed you before. So, let's start from the beginning. I'm imagining I'm a Shopify store owner and I want to start selling personalized products. I just installed Customily and I want to try it out. Here we are in the main menu of Customily. You can see at the left bar that we have 6 sections. The first 3 sections are shortcuts to the 2.0 tools. Remember, these tools are meant for you to create new products either by using your product bases or print on demand services. Now, the other 3 sections are the main core of Customily. You can explore, manage, and create your templates, upload and organize your assets in libraries, color libraries, font libraries, vectors, and images, and you can see all your connected products in the store section, as well as change many settings that will help you customize the front end experience of your customers. Now, don't mind this small icon here. This is mine for personal use. I'm going to take that off later. Don't worry. But it's important that you pay attention to the first 3 icons for Customily 2.0 tools, and the other 3 icons that will help you manage everything in your store. So if you have existing products, you can create your templates from scratch. You can upload your assets and manage everything directly from your store section. So today we're going to create those 2 products, the can cooler and the tote bag. And for that, we are going to use print-on-demand providers, but add our own design. So when we're going to start off with a new product from a print-on-demand provider, we're going to click on Create New Product, and you will see we have a lot of print-on-demand services integrated with Customily. All those that indicate automatic fulfillment have an API connection that will send the ready-to-print file directly to them on those products that are created using Customily. Also, you will have here chance to see access to your design libraries and to your plug bases. This product basis has been covered in other live sessions and will be covered in future live sessions as well, so you don't get lost in what's available when you start off with this. But today we're also going to explore the My Designs because we actually want to create a unique design. Still, you're going to start off with a print-on-demand service. But if you click Printify, you will get the catalog right away and be able to explore many options we have ready for you. There are many pages with many choices, not only t-shirts and mugs and but also we have aprons, we have a lot of things, and close to certain days, more products will be joining as we speak. But today we're going to focus mainly on our can this one. Okay. Depending on the print provider, we'll have one or more variants. In this case, we're going to pick the regular can, and we're going to click next and go straight to picking our design or the customity designs. And you can see here we have a lot of categories with a lot of designs and a lot of stuff you can play with. You can design or rearrange, add more children to the mother, add more dogs, change the background if you don't like the background. Everything is possible, and you can check out many different designs we have available for you so you get started. In fact, right now, if I on this on any of these designs, Customily will start working on creating your new product of the can cooler. It's going to put the design on the print area, and it's going to put up a nice mock-up, and everything will be ready for you to publish and start selling on your store. But today we decided to pick up two particular products, the can cooler and the tote bag. The reason for that is because they are all over prints. That's why you get this indication. Now, I recommend when you're going to be working with a particular product that is not the usual t-shirt, canvas, something that will straight go there. Any design will go straight to the product. Sometimes when designs wrap around like mugs and tumblers, for example, you need to pay attention to the type of print file you're going to be getting from Printify, right? Remember, we are going to pick the information from Printify, so it's very important to check this later when before you begin, in case you're going to be working with a particular product that is not the main square print area. And I actually put up these two just to show you that a can cooler actually has this particular shape for printing. In fact, they will cut out this later. So they will send Customily the rectangle that you see here that is pretty much 2 by 1 in proportion. Okay. In fact, I put this here so we could check just how things look on the print area of this product. So they will end up cutting out this of your design. This is very interesting because you need to pay attention to that sizing in order to create your designs. Otherwise, when Customily puts things together, the system will not be that intuitive in order to rearrange stuff the way you're meant. It will try to center things. It will try to save all the design and make it sure it looks nice on the print, and we'll try to show that later on the preview. So if your preview has a different way of showing this big area, then it will not be a perfect match. And we tried this to be as perfect as possible and as time saver as possible. So we recommend that certain products that you know that they don't have a regular print area, you check them out, you grab the information of the sizes you need. That's easily provided by Printify or any other print-on-demand provider, and you make sure your designs will look like that. So right now you see that half of your design will have to be oriented in one way, and the other should be upside down because it's going to wrap around the product. The same goes with the tote bag. Here is the example of the tote bag. This is the front of the bag, this is the bottom, and this is the back of the bag. So you will make sure that if you want to print all over this, you will have one design showing right a space that will not be printed unless you want to create a full color background, and the same design or a different design upside down, so it's going to show exactly the way it should be printed. Okay, so we already picked the information about these sizes, and they are pretty much proportional, so we're going to just have one design and have that fit into our two products. Okay, it's just a simple previous step of checking your print demands of a particular product. So now we're going to Customily, and we're not going to pick Customily designs. We're going back to pick our designs, but because we don't have the design yet, We're going to keep this like that and go back to our product and go a step back and create a design. So you click on my designs and you see I have a lot of designs right now, but I'm going to create a new one. We're going to name this design live session um, yeah, flags, flags print. Okay, and we're going to create the design. By default, Customily will create a square canvas. But actually, this is not going to be how you want the design. You want the design to have the proportions of your print files that you check out later before this on your print on demand. So we're going to click on resize and type in what I know for a fact is the right size, at least one of those. Like that, okay? So we're going to edit, and now we have the right proportion. And we're ready to start creating. So here you see the main Customily Design Studio. And we have a lot of tools to start customizing. We have text boxes, curved text boxes. These are meant for customers to type in their own text and have them preview on the front end. Also, placeholders, images, or vector are objects meant for your customers to upload their own images when you are putting up a nice collage product or a canvas with image uploads and any kind of products and designs that involve your customers uploading their own files will be done with the placeholder. Then we have customizing tools for maps, so you can pick a location, change the color of the maps, and also our newest feature, the star maps, is the same logic of picking a location, but also picking a date because you will be having a constellation map available for you. We have covered these tools in previous live session. I invite you to check them out. Finally, we have tools for uploading our own clipart. When you see our products that have different hairstyles or skin colors and stuff, you are creating that with dynamic images or vectors, depending on the type of file you want to print. But right now, we're going to use dynamic images. We have a new object that we can resize any way I want. Remember, we are trying to create a design on the first half and an upside down design on the second half. So I'm going to put this somewhere that is going to cover everything. This is another overprint. So let me transform this to the 120.65 here. Okay, and center this and align to the top like that. Yeah, you have alignment tools here. I may want to make this a bit bigger, so I'm going to put this, I don't know, try to keep the same logic like that. So now we have a space ready to receive our flags. Remember, we are creating the can cooler with the flags. So how do I upload those images? I can just click here, pick my 4 flags, and that's it. But what if I want to add another one, number 5, number 6, number 7? In that case, I recommend using libraries, because once you create a library with 2 or more options and you connect that to a product, to a design, whatever you do to that library later will update on all products using that. So if I were to add a 5th flag, it's going to update not only the can cooler, but also the tote bag and whatever else is working with the library. So I'm going to keep this open and just click here with the open this in new tab. And I'm going to libraries now, and I'm going to check out what is this. Here we can have our libraries, for example, color libraries, and we can edit that to see our color palettes with all different options. We can have font libraries, vectors, and images. In the image libraries, we're going to add a new library that's going to be called flags. And we're going to find that at the last page. There you go. And now we're going to edit this and add images. If I have like 100 images and I don't want to offer them all together on the front end because it's too overwhelming, I may want to split them into categories. And so first I will create categories, and then inside the category I will upload the different images. So in the end, I have 100 images to offer to our customers, but they will only see an option for 5 categories, and each category will have 20 images, something like that. So it's easy for the eye to see less options. And before that, you selected a category that will fit your ideas for customization. So I'm going to add an image here, and I'm going to upload this 4 together. So 4 images will be uploaded. Create the images. Excellent. So one thing I can do here in order to have this later reflect on the front end, because here I changed this to style 1, 2, 3, and 4, I can actually do that. So the pop-up that shows up like the tooltip will have different names. So I'm going to put this in like, so style 1. Okay. Then style 2, 3, and 4. Excellent. So now I have my library ready. I go back. So the library is closed, and I should go back to the other tab and find my dynamic image here, empty right now. But instead of uploading images, I'm going to pick the library, find the flags, and select that. Now I have on the first position this flag. I can preview the second position as well, the third, and the fourth. Excellent. So now we have the first half of the design. Now I should create a text box. Okay, so this text box should be the text I'm going to be adding below the flag. I can resize this any way I want. I can drag this here, make sure it's the size I want. And after I have this, what I can do is check out what else I can change about this text. I can perform any testing here, check out long names and stuff like that to see what happens if they type twice. How eventually, when you reach the end of the box, the text will shrink and shrink and shrink until it goes to the very last size that you establish. And that you can change that by going to character here. Opening this will give you the chance to select fonts, to select sizes, to apply, for example, all caps, all that. So I'm going to change my font to this one, for example. Yeah. Okay. And it's pretty small, right? So I believe that the minimum size to be 15 actually is not the best. I could actually make this bigger. So yeah, we're going to be allowing text reduction until 20. Of course, if you type less, it's going to try and make it as big as the box, which is 41 almost. But you have 50, so 50 will be more than enough. Okay, so now we have our text. We have the minimum size. When you keep shrinking, you have the maximum size that is going to fit the box. The font, the color is going to be black, and we have the all caps. So this is pretty much ready to go. I'm going to open the layers now and check out what I did. I did this dynamic image that I can change the name. I'm going to call this select flag. This naming is very important because it's going to be reflected here on this label. And the other one is type your message. So I can come back here and change the name of the text to type your message. This saves you a lot of time later. Now, one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to grab these two and I'm going to clone them duplicate with this button because I want to create exact replicas. And I know they're replicas because they have the same numbers here, the same ID. We have the select flag to be number 1 and type your message to be number 2. By having the same ID, I make sure that whatever I type here will reflect on both of them. And whatever I select here will reflect on both of them. Not at this point because we are building and testing, but you see they have the same library, so they will change together. What we need to do finally about our design is to, click this to align to the workspace. Um, center this, and what we need to do is actually rotate this. Oh, like that, like that. Rotate this until we are at 90. If you're not perfectly at 90, all you need to do is just manually, like that. In the transform tab is the best way to go. And we're going to grab these two again and smack them to the edge. Okay, so now we have this. This means that whenever this gets printed, one side will have this, then the area of the bottom, and then the other part will will print like this. This is very particular for these products, but it's nice if you take the moment to check them out first, to check the print style and the print area and how they are put together when fulfilling, so you don't get surprises later. Now that we have our design all ready to go, we're going to click Save. And Customily is not only saving the graphics and the design, it's also creating the options. So right now, I may give this some seconds. Now we have these options ready to go. So whenever you create a new product, the options will be duplicated for that product exactly the way you set that up. So we're going to check these options and see what was created. Well, since we have two items, two identical items, they will be repeated. But actually, we want to select one flag and type one message, and it will replicate on the others because they are clones. So we don't want to have the options twice. I'm just going to delete the cloned items. Customily automatically created the option label, created the thumbnails, the tooltips. Everything has been done for you, connected to the right image, and the text has been connected to the right text element. So there's nothing else you need to do here unless you want to customize this even more. But we're not getting into that. We actually did a previous live session with a lot of advanced modifications, and so you can check that to see how options can be super super enhanced and create a great experience for your customers. But now we have a design, so we can actually go back to our start menu, create a new product, select our can cooler, the regular can, and now when we go next, instead of picking Customily designs, we're going to pick our designs. Find the design we want, yeah, and click that. So now the process began automatically to create a new product in your store. Remember, Customily 2.0 tools will always create a new product, so it helps you to populate your store when you're starting from scratch. But not only is creating a product, it's creating the API connection with Printify, it's taking the information about the print area, it's taking the information about the mockups, putting together your design with the print and your design with the mockup, and those two things will create the template. Remember, the template and the options are the main core of Customily, and so they are created automatically for you. So now we have a nice mockup. We have the graphic selections. I can actually play with this and see how they look. Yeah. And I can type my name. This looks pretty well. Yeah. Looks pretty amazing, actually. I'm going to save this image, this preview, to be my new listing photo. But because my listing photo is actually the photo of the mockup from Printify, and we don't want that. We want that to be as customized as possible. I actually like this one. So I'm going to click this and save this as my new product image. In this final revision, you can do a couple of things. For example, change the name of the product and change the price. You can do this, excuse me. You can do this in Shopify anytime you want because this is a new product in your store. But you can save some time and click here, edit product details. And here you can change the name to, I don't know, live session can cooler, price 25. Yeah. Change the description and save it. So this will save you some time of going back and forth on Shopify, but always you can change that later. So now we're ready to publish this and see how this looks on the front end. Let me go and check for the live session can cooler. Okay. Checking again. Oh, there you go. Oh, too fast for me. So this is your product working right now. We just created this using our exclusive design. We we use a product from Printify and created this amazing listing photo. But if you click on any design, it's going to bring you the template and the live preview. Like that. If you want to have more images of this product, like different flags or different names, you're free to do that because each time you customize this, you get to see the preview, okay? And you can actually save this image and put it on the media in Shopify. Yeah, so that's the easiest way to add more listing photos to your gallery. And because I know most products will want to have an extra information, but I mean everything can be then live customized. So having another images will be really interesting, and you can create that by just playing around with the customization and the preview, or change the message. Remember, we can keep typing this. And we're going to check what happened on the backend. On the backend, if we go, remember we have templates, libraries, and store. On the backend, in the templates part, there's a new template created. That is the one loading on the product. If you go to the last page, you will see that the last one here is the can cooler. We're going to edit this to check out what Customily did for us. It saved us a lot of time because now we have the print area is exactly what Printify sent us. The design is what we put together in our My Designs, okay? And the cool thing is this is now ready to print as a PNG 300 DPI, and it's ready to be sent to Printify for fulfillment. But at the same time, this is the first step. The second step is the preview. And here you have full control of the preview, right? We have a product color object that was created that is actually the photo of the product. Then we have a mask. Masks usually are kind of the wrapping around effect of any product. So if I actually do this, you see I have the product, I have the design, and I have the wrapping around effect with the fabric texture and the shape that has to be. It's really interesting, really amazing. Now small detail that I saw and I didn't like because I'm a kind of a perfectionist is that even though my design is perfectly well set, right? It's like here and here and it wraps around, so it's okay. We actually don't want the text to be going out of the main image. So just for the sake of the preview, I'm going to try and make sure this is in here. So it doesn't go outside. Even though it's going to print perfectly well and wrap around, we may want this to stay within the boundaries of the effect we want to create on the preview. Never mind, it's not going to affect the print. Print still has the same size and proportion. We just rearrange a bit the preview so it looks really well on the front end. Okay, and you see each template will have always the production file preview, the production file view and the preview section, and you can double check that everything is working perfectly. So if I select a flag and I change the design, I actually see the print working perfectly. And I type something and I get to see this, preview that, and it will print exactly as I want. Even though I can see that here, it's going to print just the way we thought about when we set up the design. So I'm going to save this, and I would like to know if we have some questions so far before we start the tote. And now there's a question that I want to answer. I'm going to take that opportunity now. Each time you save a template, you can go to your store section here and check out what happened. Now, this is a photo of your store right now with all your products. And you see you have let me sync to change the names and stuff. Yeah. I'm going to look for the can cooler here. I can see it's connected to Customily because it has a check mark. I'm going to open this product and I'm going to see this is the listing photo, the name, and I can see what template is connected and what options are connected. This is the best way to see that something is working and how it's working. So if you somehow go into your store and you realize that, okay, so these options are not right or this template is not right, what's going on? So you come to the store section where you can manage your products that are connected to Customily or connect new ones. And you can check what template is being loaded by checking out this unique ID. You can check the options that are being loaded by clicking on this. You will open the options. Remember, the options is the ones we already created. So you can manage a lot of things inside the store section. Since I updated the template, I can actually come here. Remember, I kind of shrink the text. I can actually refresh my product and see the changes right away. I don't have to reconnect anything, redo anything. I can just come here because I refresh that. And now I'm within the boundaries. That's what I wanted to create. So let's go to the second product. Since I have a full connection to Printify, one thing that I didn't pop up, but it will pop up if you don't have the API already connected to your print on demand, you will get a message reminding you of that. Because, I mean, you can create a product using the Printify catalog, but if you don't have your API connection, it will not do the automatic fulfillment. So while on the store section here, you can go to settings, open the integrations tab, and here you have all the print-on-demand services we integrate with, ready to be selected, enabled, and you will get the space here to add your API key, your signature. Depending on each POD, you will get the necessary information. And there are instructions for each print-on-demand service, so you don't get lost in the way. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to save this. I don't want to work anything on my store. I'm going to the Start menu again because I want to take advantage of my design and create a tote bag. Remember, the tote bag had the same proportion and same style of printing. So I'm going to take my chances because, well, I checked that out, but you will do the same by taking notes on the sizes. Excuse me. And I will create the same design on a different product. And that's the beauty of Customily 2.0, the speed in which you can do this. I'm going to create a new product, go to Printify, find the tote bag, this one, select that. In this case, I want to go for the large, not all the others. Click next. Again, I'm going to pick my designs. I can use custom designs, but they will be kind of centered and maybe not the best proportion as we saw on the print file. I'm going to find this one and click. I'm going to let Customily do the magic, create the new product, bring the information through API with the print area and the mockups, put my design on those things, and create the template. This process takes 2 minutes tops. I have measured that, and it's really fast. So just relax on this process whenever you are going through the onboarding as well. That creates a product for you. It's a nice time to think about your next designs, your next steps, what you want to offer, and how are you going to be advertising this new product. Pretty fast, pretty well. And now we have the mockup all set and ready. We have the flag selection, we have the message. First things I want to do is I'm going to change the product details. I try to always go first here because I don't want to lose this in many other tote bag testings I want to do. So I changed this. This is already said and done. I changed the name so I don't lose that on my store. Yeah. And save it. And then I start playing around with the preview. I pick a nice flag, any one of these, type my message. Looks beautiful. I'm going to save this as my new image. And publish. Great. Problem solved. So now I'm going to just double check this on my store working perfectly. Yeah, Marina is on fire on the chat, so my congratulations to her, always helping on the live sessions. And this is our new tote bag product. All said and done, all ready to go. We can double check on our backend to see how this was created, but it's pretty much the same logic. We go to templates, we find the last one here, edit this to check out what happened. Yeah, and now this is the print file. You see it's the proportion is not perfect, but actually our design is fitting pretty well. And we're going to the next stage in which we are seeing this looking beautifully. The mask, as you know, comes from Printify. It makes the product look amazing. Yeah, and all said and done, I'm going to save this. This is all I need from my product and from Customily. Any other questions that you may have while exploring Customily, you can always write to support@customily.com. You can open a live chat in the app on business hours EST. We have a live chat with our design agents that will help you with any problem you may have, guide you into tutorials, guide you into videos and examples. Also, you can join our Facebook communities, and we are going to hear our our customers actually share ideas, share tips and tricks, comment on the live sessions, suggest new products and ideas. So we're always gathering this um, each time we have a live session, and we try to build this for you accordingly. Well, I guess that's all the time we have for today. I know there are some pending questions. Remember, we will not leave any question unanswered. You will get an email right away. This video will be edited and uploaded sometime today afternoon or maybe tomorrow morning, but we usually upload our live sessions within 16 hours after we finish them. So hold tight, check out our previous live sessions, keep asking us questions, keep writing us emails, and write on Facebook. You will get answers from our customers, for long-time customers. And I thank you for your patience. I thank you for listening to me with this voice. Uh, and thank you again. I will see you next live session on Tuesday. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.